What if I tell you that everything that the world has made you believe is not correct? What if I tell you that inside of you, you have all the answers to the questions that you are always looking for answer, thinking that is in the outside or that other people has the answer when you have the answer? So hello, my name is Isaura Abreu. This channel is all about inspiration, and this channel started when I was living in New York City in the United States back in 2022, where I decided to record my daily life after working so much in the United States, and after finding my purpose, and after deciding that I was going to share my experience with everybody here on my channel so that they can find their own purpose. I am living now in the Dominican Republic. It's been a year and a half. I moved July 5th of 2024, and it has been the best decision of my life. And after all I went through, I am pretty sure that all the tips that I have, they are really going to help you to get it together with your life if you are in the same boat. So the first thing is that I always knew that I did not fit in the regular lifestyle that people was living in the United States. Working, picking up the kids, going home, cooking dinner, going to sleep, to wake up and repeat the cycle forever. I knew that there was something more to life than just that, but I didn't know how to find out what to do or how to organize the thoughts, because at the end of the day, when I went outside, everybody had the same cycle and it was normal. It's still normal for a lot of people in the United States. So getting out of that mentality took me years. Understanding why I was different and why I was thinking different took me a lot of time. But when I finally decided to get it together, investigate, get more information on people that were feeling the same way as me, then my mind started opening. Then I started watching YouTube videos. I have to say that YouTube has been my university. It has been the place that has helped me grow personally, financially, mentally. It has opened up the worlds to other people, opened up the spaces to get to know other people that were thinking like me, that were living in the United States, that were not finding purpose in their life, and that decided to make something out of nothing for themselves to become the person that they wanted to be. So that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I'm doing today. This is my house. I'm right here in the front of my house in the Dominican Republic, recording this video, thinking back in 2022 when this was just a dream, and wanting to share this information because I know a lot of people might benefit from it. So after working a lot in the United States, I realized that I wanted something different. I wanted to come back to my roots. I wanted to be with my father, who has permit to go to the United States, but that never wanted to stay. My grandma lives here. This was the town where I grew up for 11 years, well, 6 years. And I never thought I was going to come back. Never. Because once I went to the United States, I thought that was the whole world. That was my only reality, that I was not going to be able to get out of that cycle, and that was success. Being in the United States, living in New York City, working, making some money, at the end of the day was shit money, because at the end of the day, how much do you make in the United States? They make you think that making $16,000, $70,000 is money, but if you start calculating and having your budget in order, you realize that that's nothing. So when I realized that was not what I wanted, that I wanted to come back to here because the cost of living in here was less, something changed in my mind. Because let me tell you something, when you start budgeting, you realize a lot of things. You realize how much money you really spent, how much money you really made, how much is the real cost of living, and you start comparing to other places because you want to live more, spend less. And why is living even so expensive? So those were the questions that I was asking myself. So you have to pay to live, and it's insane. So I was like, you know what? I see the movement of people going abroad, living abroad, going to Thailand, going to other countries to live why are they doing this? So I started researching for videos like this, and my mind started changing when I was seeing people traveling all around the country, making money online, and living their life, living their dream life, being able to be at home with their families and work and make money while spending more quality time and spending less money. So that didn't make no sense for me, because in the United States I was supposedly making a lot of money, but I didn't see the money nowhere. Rent is very expensive, food is very expensive, a lot of convenient things, but a lot of inconveniences as well. And it was just too much for me. So I was like, you know what? Something has to change. I started traveling back to the Dominican Republic. I met my husband here in 2020, around 2021, at the end of 2021. I started seeing the life here in the campo again after I grew up, because I was here until I was 11 years old. But I left, and that was my dream, to leave. But when I was there, after I grew up and I started thinking and seeing and learning a lot of stuff, I was like, wow, what I left behind, which was the campo, living my life, being more frugal, living with less, actually enjoying life, was the actual wealth, was the actual richness that I'm looking for here, that I don't have. Living in an apartment in Flushing, New York, for almost 17 years, my whole life, in between Flushing, New York, 12 years, and then in Corona, the 35th Avenue in Corona, Queens. No patio, no way to plant, just going to work to pay bills. So, you know, you realize that after you start seeing life differently. Not a lot of people like the campo, not a lot of people like this peaceful, but I love it. So, right, this is my house. I bought land in 2022 for like around $5,000 back in those days in the campo area, not in the city, in the Dominican Republic. I started building my house. I started painting my dreams in my head, that I knew that they were going to become real, because if you work towards a goal, you're going to achieve it. So that's exactly what I did. And after all the time that I've been here, I realized that it was the best decision I made. So what is the point of the video today? The point is to let you know that life could be more than just what you're thinking right now. Life could be more of what you are just deciding it's gonna become today. Life is more than what they make you believe, and you can really change the way you live if you put the necessary effort to change that. With this being said, start planning. My recommendation is start planning. The United States has brought to my head a lot of stuff that I don't want to even mention in the video, that made me realize the American dream does not exist. We have different dreams individually. You have a dream, I have a dream, but what I want to let you know is that your dream is as important as mine. But if you don't put the work towards that dream, who's going to achieve it? You have the job, you have the ability, but if you don't put action into the dreams, it's not going to come a reality. Organize your budget, organize your finances, get a better job so that you can get more money to achieve the things that you want. Plan ahead and live your life. And especially if you want to live in the campo area, I'm going to tell you something right now. You are not going to regret, especially outside the United States. A lot of people are living in other places in the United States, like living in rural areas and stuff. But with all the things going on in the sky, up above and below, you really have to be careful, because I don't know what's going on in there. I don't know what's going on with a lot of things. So if you can actually look abroad and live abroad, make sure you live abroad. You know what I mean. And nothing, I was just here just giving you some inspiration. I'm gonna show you a little bit around. This is my house here in DR. I am so happy to finally be living the dream that I have so much since 2022, and being able to be living in the dream that I have is just amazing. I can't even explain it. This is the peaceful life that I live here. Fresh air, very inexpensive food, good people around that are always supporting you, calling you, how are you doing today? Do you need food? What can I help you with? People around you that actually want to help from the bottom of their heart. So it's a feeling that I cannot explain. Moving back to the Dominican Republic has made me realize that becoming a rich person is not always about money. It's also about time. Time is the new luxury. If you have time to enjoy your life, if you have time to enjoy your family, if you have time to go to the river, if you have time to go to the beach, if you can eat a fish, fried fish with some totones, if you can just sit down and play in the ground with your kids, like that's actually what richness means for me right now. So I was just hoping I'm here to give you some inspiration, to let you know that you can do it, to support you, to give you cheers, to just be the person that now is inspiring, because before I was getting inspired by other people's videos. So right now I could be an inspiration for a lot of people as well. And before I leave, let me switch the camera around to show you my patio in the back so that you can enjoy the view as well. Make sure that before I leave you, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments. If you have any questions or need help with anything in the Dominican Republic, like buying land in the rural area, in the campo, send me an email. I will drop the email below in the description of this video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.